Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hookers TV. Today, me and Jared just want to do a follow-up of our tournament that was on Milton this past Sunday. The first place got 10 pounds, and I think Big Bass was 4.6, 4.5, 4.6. Second place was 7 pounds, some odd ounces, and we caught about 3 pounds. I personally did not catch any smallmouth. Jared caught the smallmouth, but we just wanted to do a little follow up and talk about what we did and yeah, stuff like that. So to start off today, we were planning on going to these deeper docks where we saw fish surfacing at, and 3 boats were there. So we ended up just going to the dam. We beat the dam bank pretty good, no bites. We went around, flipped some docks, and then beat that bank. And then right as we were leaving, we found a nice shelf. It went from like 3 feet to like 20 something. So we fished that for a little bit. I was throwing a jerk bait. Jared was throwing a spinner bait, and we were throwing some top water like over the shelf. I was throwing that spook I was talking about, and he was throwing some top water. When I was jerking the jerk bait, I felt something hit it, but I thought it was really small. So I just reeled it in. It ended up being like a shad. I wish I had a picture of it. Anyway, we kind of matched the hatch, matched the colors on the shad because we saw them surfacing and everything, so we were trying to match that because that's what they were feeding on. Then we just beat the bank pretty much all around the lake. They said they were only lowering it 6 inches a week, but they were definitely lowering it more than that because there's some places where we usually fish we couldn't even get in there without running the trolling motor aground or anything like that. So then, I'd say about 10, 11 o'clock, we're beating the bank by those docks again, and Jared hooked into a nice smallmouth. He was throwing this Spro crankbait. I'll have him talk about it a little bit.
Basically, it was just a shallow diver, 3 to 5 feet. Just trying to cover. We're actually throwing it in shallower water than that. Just trying to get it rub up against the bottom. Bounce off a cover, try to get that reaction strike at a couple fish we managed to catch. It had tighter wobble, so we tightened it up. Colder water. We were probably about 55, 57 degrees. Tightened it up, and I think that was one of the keys to a couple fish we did catch.
So we caught both of our fish off the same bank, essentially. And I caught 2 pretty decent sized muskies on the same bank. I'll probably put the pictures in. But then I caught my muskies on, I was throwing a Storm Wiggle Wart. Break my pole. Just a crawfish color, which I have no idea why a muskie would hit this, but 2 of them did, so that's it. Storm Wiggle Wart. This is a very good lure for smallmouth. I use it all the time. I use it religiously. Now I just want to talk about the conditions that we fished. We said it was going to be sunny. It was cloudy for most of the day. It was cold up until about 10, 11 o'clock. It's really started to warm up around like 12 because we started ripping layers of clothing off. I think lowering the water on the lake had something to do with it because these fish had so much structure that we now saw, because the water level was low, that they were holding to, and then they really didn't have anywhere to go after they lowered the water. That's why we were just beating the bank up and down because, I mean, you really couldn't see any. There was no tree limbs in the water. There was no huge rocks. You really couldn't see anything. I said in the previous video the water was going to be like a chocolate milk color, milky. It was really like brown water, really stained. Definitely looked like chocolate milk. I thought it would clear up a little bit because it didn't rain or anything, but that wasn't the case at all. Well, it pretty much wraps it up for today's episode of Hookers TV. Personally, I like doing those kinds of videos where
like we prep for the tournament, and then I would like to start bringing tournament videos where we record the tournaments, but I feel like we need to get better at that before we start recording and everything and posting them. So, and then I like just doing a little follow-up video of how it went, where we placed, all that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching, and I just filmed another video on how to winterize your boat for anybody that wants to know that, or if anybody searches how to winterize your boat, maybe you'll see my video. Be sure to check that out. It's a pretty good one. I have my dad explain how to do it really, but to learn how to prepare your boat for winter so you don't ruin the outboard and everything. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good one. It's a pretty good video to make sure your boat's properly to get your boat